It's now my pleasure to start today's celebrations with two very special awards. This year, we are introducing a Fellowship Award for individuals who have made a difference in our community. We want to honour them for their inspirational work and recognise how they have helped our students aspire to be the best they can be in their careers. The first Fellowship Award is for someone who was voted the world's best female footballer in 1983 and was inducted into the Scottish Football Hall of Fame in 2007. Born in Stewarton, she gave up a promising athletics career to follow her dream of playing professional football. At the age of 17, having already played 10 games for the Scotland women's team, she moved to Rennes in France to become a semi-professional player, and within 6 months she was spotted by an AC Milan scout. This was the start of her 20-year career in Italian women's football with clubs including Napoli and Fiorentina. She is one of the most successful women in the history of the Italian Women's League, winning 8 Serie A titles, 4 Italian Cups, twice winner of the Serie A Golden Boot, awarded to the highest goal scorer in the league. She also had a hugely successful international career, playing for Italy, scoring 13 international goals, including 1 in the 1983 Women's World Cup final against the USA. Italy went on to win the 1983 World Cup, making her the only Scot to have won a World Cup winners' medal. At a time when women's football is finally being given its rightful place on the world stage, she's a truly inspirational role model for young women and girls in Ayrshire and beyond. It's a great honour to present this Fellowship Award today to Rose Reilly.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for the applause. The applause goes to all yous as well, everybody that's here, even people that haven't graduated but that are getting on well in life. That's my main point. I'm just a wee lassie for Stewarton that wanted to play football. I nearly got burnt at the stake because it was the 60s and the 70s and it wasn't looked upon as a girl to play football. I had a promising athletic career. I was in the shortlist for the Commonwealth Games when I was 16 and I was told to stop playing football as I was getting too much muscle on my thighs, football legs. So I stopped playing football for a week. Then the passion was so great that I gave up the athletics where I had a career and played football where there was nothing on the horizon. Decided to go professional, didn't know how to go about it, and I used to read the back of the Daily Record. Daddy would be reading it, and I seen that there was foreign teams come over to play Celtic, Rangers, Kilmarnock, so I thought maybe there's female teams there, so I didn't know how to go about it. The guy that had written the article was a certain Stan Shivers. So off I went, got the bus up to Glasgow, went to the Daily Record offices and said to the secretary, could I speak to Stan Shivers, please? She said, have you got an appointment? I said, of course, which I hadn't. So I walked into his office and he looks up, he was very sophisticated, his cigar and everything, and he said, could I help you? I said, yes, I'd like to become a professional footballer. And he just looked at me as if I was from another planet. But then he helped me, the Daily Record sponsored me, flew me to Reims, got a contract with them, and then AC Milan seen me playing and I turned professional. As soon as I arrived in Milan, I felt as if I was at home. In the days, and I think it's still like this, Italy was the place to be for football in general, not just women's football. So I started playing at the San Siro. Now I was coming from the red ash of Stewarton, still picking the glass out my knees, and to play in the majestic San Siro. So when I when I went into San Siro the first time, I kind of took possession of the pitch. I went to one goal and said to myself, I'm going to score here. Went to the other goal, I'm going to score here. I took possession of the pitch. This was before anybody that ever taught me anything. And then I was just looking at the men's stadium, and I thought, well, it's not really different for Strand-headed Stuart. It's got 2 goal posts. Then I got banned from the SFA for playing for Scotland because I'd played for my country. I think it was faceless men in suits that decided to ban me. I was only trying to better myself. Perhaps it's because I'd went professional. I'll never know because I never really got an explanation. 5 years down the line when I was playing in Italy, there was 40 foreigners playing in the league. We had an average of 20,000 spectators at the game. Better than Kilmarnock, Chris. So the president of the women's football asked me if I would play for Italy. I said, well, how are we going to do that? Oh, we could marry you off to some old guy in a nursing home. Then I thought, nah, I'll never get a millionaire in there. So anyway, obviously that was off the radar. And I was getting dual citizenship. In the meantime, then I won the World Cup with Italy. I was nominated the women's best footballer. And that was an epic moment because I thought, no bad for a wee lassie for Stuart. What I would just like to say is I was born with a talent but had to work very hard. If the team in Italy was playing training in the evening because it was too warm during the day, I would train on my own at midday to better myself. I was so in love with the game and I had so much respect. I just wanted to better myself all the time. So I would just like to say this to everybody. It's not any advice. I can't give advice, but don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to your teachers, your tutors, or anything. If you want to do something in life, you do it. You do your best. It doesn't matter if you're the bank manager or if you're the doctor, nurse, or the cleaner. If you do your best, it should be good enough for you. Don't try and impress anybody else. Just impress yourselves. Thank you.